Planning gear for a thru hike is both a critical part of the process and frankly one of the most fun parts. I have spent a ridiculous amount of time researching, weighing, and obsessing over every single item in my pack. And today I'm going to walk you through my full gear list for the Pacific Crest Trail. What's in my pack using my meticulously planned lighter pack. Hey, it's Tim from Third Playthrough. Now, full disclosure, I've never done a thru hike before. I've backpacked plenty, but for this, I relied heavily on online communities like Halfway Anywhere, Reddit, YouTube to make informed choices for my own gear. So if you are planning your own hike, hopefully this saves you a little research time. And at the end of my video, I'll share my 5 favorite items and the 5 items I'm most worried about, the things I'm not totally convinced will work for me. And after the hike, I'll do a follow-up video breaking down what gear I kept, what gear I ditched, and some of the lessons that I learned along the way. Also, my lighter pack includes Amazon affiliate links, so if you're feeling generous and want to support the channel, clicking those links really helps out a ton. No pressure, but much appreciated. First, a little bit about my approach. I was a professional research analyst, so digging into purchases is a kind of a passion of mine. And my general philosophy for gear on this hike was to spend a little extra to save a little weight. I'm older, and I think that that's a solid trade-off for me. With that said, this is by far the lightest pack that I've ever used, and I've always survived my backcountry trips where I was carrying much heavier packs, so we'll see. I'm also 6'2", so this means I'm paying the big man tax. I've got the largest sleeping bag that they make, the largest sleeping pad. I have larger clothes. And I guess if I did have a luxury category, it's tech. So I'll be carrying a little extra in that department. And finally, this is just the gear that I chose. Take what works for you, ignore what doesn't, and at the end of the day, hike your own hike. So according to my lighter pack, my base weight is 15.44 pounds, and there are exactly 109 distinct items in my pack. And just on that, some items like a pair of socks count as 1. I'm carrying 40 Advil pills, those count as 1. AirPods, which contain little earbuds in the case, that counts as 1. But other items like stuffed sacks I did count separately. But I weighed every single item on a kitchen scale. So, okay, so let's start with the pack. So for my backpack, I purchased the ULA Equipment Circuit. It's the Ultra version, which is the ultralight, lightweight version of this pack. It's a 68-liter pack. It's one of the most popular packs with PCT hikers. I got it with the J straps. I got it with the large torso, and I measured my body before I ordered it. One of the things I like best about this pack is that it is adjustable. So I moved up I tweaked the hip belt a little bit. This thing really fits me perfect, and I feel like it's very comfortable. It seems like it's just the right size for me, and that's including all of these items which I got, which are pretty lightweight. I don't have any food in there yet, but the food is just going to fill up the head of the bag, and I feel like it's just the right size. It's a great material, and I wanted to show what this thing looked like fully loaded when I put it on. So in the video that I'm showing on the screen now, there's there's 3 liters of water inside, but no food. And you'll see, we'll go through all the items that are in this, lighter pack right now are going to be inside this bag that you're seeing me wear on my body. And it fits great. The second thing is my shelter. So I got the Durston X-Mid Pro 1. So again, I opted for the lighter weight version with the Dyneema. This is a DCF composite fabric tent, Dyneema composite fabric tent. This has the Dyneema floor. And I opted for the single person tent, and I opted against the 2-person tent. I just felt like it would be less stuff to carry. It seemed like it was a fine size for me, even though I'm somewhat tall, but it packs down pretty light. This is the first time I'm using a single wall tent. It's the first time I'm using a trekking pole tent. It's the first time I'm using DCF anything. I'm a little concerned about condensation in the tent. I am bringing the stuff sack, which you can see down here in the lighter pack below. And the idea is that I want to be able to take the tent, and I want to be able to put the tent inside the stuff sack if it is wet. But boy, is this thing light. I will say I already put a rip into my stuff sack. That was kind of an own goal. I messed it up. I did repair it with some Dyneema tape that I had lying around. And I'll just say I've received amazing support, including from Dan Durston, the founder and owner of the company himself. Okay, so the next item is the sleeping pad. I got the Therm-a-Rest. This is the NeoAir Xlite NXT. I got the biggest one they have, which is the large, which is I think the long and the wide version. I can't remember exactly, but I got the biggest one they had. I definitely wanted I definitely wanted a wide one. I think the R value on this is above 4, and this is the new model, which is surprisingly doesn't crinkle nearly as much as I thought it would. So I'm very excited about this. I think it'll pair very well with the next item on my list, which is the sleeping bag. And what I chose, this is the Feathered Friends Flicker. It's a sleeping bag quilt. It's the 20-degree version. It's the long version. So again, this is like the biggest one that they had. And this is a down sleeping bag. I wanted down. It's stuffed small. It's so cozy. I didn't even consider synthetic, which means that I can't get this bag wet. But it is so fluffy, so cozy. I love the clover green. It has a collar. It has a cinch at the bottom and a full-length zipper, so it kind of converts into a mummy-style sleeping bag. But then if you unzip it, you can lay it out as a quilt. You can keep it so that there's just a toe box there. It has adjustable points for a strap to attach it to your sleeping pad. I will say, I was not sure what color I was going to get. I love the green. I love everything about this sleeping bag, and I cannot wait to use it. I'll just mention as we're going down this lighter pack, I am bringing a couple stuff sacks. So I'm gonna bring, at least to start, the stuff sack for the sleeping pad and for the tent. As I said, the tent, I just want to keep stuff dry in my pack if I have a wet tent, and I do not want my sleeping pad to pop. And it's pretty big, and the sleeping pad, the stuff sack doesn't add too much weight, but that's definitely, especially for the stuff sack for the sleeping pad, something I might get rid of. Okay. Worn clothing and items. Going down the list. The next item is actually on my head, and I know that in my letter pack it shows Boston, but this is the Ciele mashup with Tracksmith, and I wore this hat in the New York City Marathon. It has some sentimental value for me. I'm wearing it, obviously right now. This is a runner's hat. It's very lightweight. It has a vented top. It's a light color, so it's going to reflect a lot of sun. And I can't wait to wear this thing. I think it's going to be perfect. I do wear prescription glasses, so I am bringing prescription pair of sunglasses. These are like a wraparound lens from Zenni, a wraparound frame from Zenni. This is a little dude bro for me. I'm not, like, to be honest, I'm concerned about how it will be perceived, like maybe even if I'm hitchhiking or something, I have these big kind of crazy wraparound sunglasses on. But to be honest, I ordered a couple pairs from Zenni, and these are incredibly functional. They're non-slip. They have like adjustable nose pads. They fit very well. And the lens, I think, is amazing. It has like an amber lens and the sort of this rose gold mirror. I made a full video about these glasses and some others that I tried from Zenni. If you want to check it out, I will put the link in the description. I do have a glasses strap that will allow me to take my glasses off in case they get foggy or just when I'm hiking. I'm bringing a buff. This is a Rapha Merino wool buff. This is like a piece of kit that I own for cycling, and I've just had it forever, so it's coming with me. The next item is this sun hoodie, and this is, I considered hiking in a button-down shirt, but I really wanted to wear a baseball hat, and specifically I wanted to wear this baseball hat, and I was worried about getting sunburn on my neck. And so I decided to go for a sun hoodie. So the hoodie, I can wear the hood up. It will protect the neck. It will kind of shield the sides of my face. And just on this item specifically, I love this item. It is so soft. Like, it is so cozy and lightweight. It's synthetic, so it's probably going to absolutely reek after a little while, but I ordered this in the lightest colorway that they had, which is this like kind of stone digital camo, and highly recommend this item. At least I think I like it a lot right now. The next item is on my wrist, and this is a smartwatch. So one of the things that was really important to me was creating GPS traces of my hike. And in order to do that, basically, my iPhone would die if I tried to do GPS traces every day on my phone, and so you need a watch if you're going to do GPS traces. The watch I chose, the Coros Apex Pro 2, it has a crazy battery life, and frankly, that is like basically the only thing I cared about for this purchase. This thing gets 66 hours of full GPS tracking for on a single charge. I'm going to track my entire hike with this thing, and I'm going to be uploading every single day to Strava. I'm also going to be tracking things like my recovery, my sleep, heart rate. I may turn this off after I get my trail legs, but I am very concerned about overuse injuries, and I really want to manage my my body and track those goals, and the watch is what's going to do that. The next item in my worn items are these trekking poles. These are the black diamond. These are the Alpine Cork ones. They are super nice. I basically just went with the lightest option here. I'm very accustomed to using ski poles, accustomed to using trekking poles. They have 2 adjustment points, and these are going to be the basis for my tent. So these will be the poles that keep my tent up. For the shorts, again, this is another item that I owned. I love these Patagonia baggies. I've literally been wearing these things forever. Like, in an ideal world, or at least I think I probably would have worn something like a running short, very lightweight, maybe with some like lightweight compression material. These baggies are a little more rough and tumble, and I feel like if I'm sitting on my butt or if I'm scooching around on a rock, like, I just feel like these things can take a beating. They're in this kind of green color. I dig them. I cut out the inseam, I removed the liner from them, and plan on wearing them every day, and I have no doubt that they will survive the entire trip. In terms of underwear, this is a brand that I've used for a long time now that I do like. I did buy 2 new pairs. They're called Ex Officios. These are the Give and Go ones, the 2.0, the boxer briefs. These are pretty rugged. They're also super comfy. I'm buying 2 of them. One will be on my body, one will be in my pack, and I'm going to alternate every day. Same strategy with the socks. I'm going with these Darn Tough socks. These are like, I don't know, everyone recommends these socks. I've never worn them before. I'm highly impressed with them. I got these are the mid-weight micro crew ones. They're like, and I'm going to have 2 pair. I'm going to wear one, and I'll have one in the pack, and I'll alternate every day. Now, another item I've never used before are these sock liners, and these are these Injinjis. These are like ultra thin base layer toe socks. Okay, I've never worn toe socks. I've never worn base layer socks. But one thing that I have suffered with on prior like long extended backpacking trips have been blisters. I have very sharp heels. The blisters come, they get bad. I am trying to avoid blisters with all my might. And so I'm going to wear these socks underneath my Darn Tough socks, especially at the beginning. I've heard bad things about durability of these sock liners. They're going to get holes. Sock liners are going to get destroyed. But I guess the point is that especially at the start of my hike, when I still have, when my feet are more susceptible to getting blisters, I'm going to wear them. Next item are these gaiters. I've never worn gaiters before in a hiking situation. At least, I've never worn gaiters like this. I've worn like bigger, like more like full mountaineering, like snow gaiters, but never really gaiters like this. I'll say I got the extra large one. I have a size 12 foot, and like they feel a little big. Like they feel a little like big. They're a little fussy. You know, you have to hook them up and attach them every time. But at least at the start of the Pacific Crest Trail, I'm hiking northbound, so I'm leaving from the Mexico border. First 700 miles will be through the desert, and I just really want to keep all that dirt out of my shoes. And so I'm going to wear them at the start. I'm not convinced on them for longer term. Another item that I'm not convinced about are these trail runners. So I got the Ultra Lone Peak. These are the 9+. They have the Vibram sole, which I've used Vibram soles in the past, and I really like Vibram soles. But what I haven't ever used are no-drop shoes. So the Ultra Lone Peak are known for being like flat. So most shoes will have your heel elevated. In these shoes, your heel is flat. It's supposed to be very natural. A lot of people, through hikers, really recommend them. And I love how they have the built-in attachment point for the gaiters. I will say I hate the color. It's a personal choice. It was the launch color. It was the only thing that was available at the time. They're black. I worry about it soaking up too much energy on the desert, but whatever. I did size up to a size 12 in the trail runners, which is like the size 11.5 would have been something like it could have fit, but I definitely went up the half size to account for like swollen shoes. And I will say that the toe box on these is enormous for my feet. I have narrow feet, and the toe box feels very big, which I would never, like when I was training for a marathon, I would never have liked something like that, but for this application of through hiking, I think will work out. I do think that my heels are going to rip through the heel. Just that's more of a me issue, not a shoe issue, but I'm a little bit concerned about those trail runners. Okay, so what's in my bag in terms of pack clothing? The first thing is a beanie. This is a pistol ski hat. It's wool. It has a fleece headband. I already owned this. I purchased this during a ski trip in Canada. We were doing some backcountry stuff, and it has some sentimental value for me. I think it'll be perfect. I'll probably expect to wear it a lot when I'm sleeping. These are the eyeglasses that I'm bringing. These are Warby Parker. I actually got a new prescription for this hike. And again, like, because I do wear glasses, I really wanted a glasses case. I couldn't find a Crystal Light container. Everyone, like all these people online say like a cool hack is to buy a Crystal Light container, but I couldn't get one. I actually even ordered Crystal Light on Amazon, and it shipped in a different container. It shipped in like a cardboard box, not the plastic container. I ended up purchasing this Croakies glasses case at REI. It does fit these big wraparound sunglasses, and so my entire trip I'm either going to be wearing these or I'm going to be wearing sunglasses, and whatever I'm not wearing will be in my pack. This is, I'm sure if you wear prescription glasses, you know, you can't have your glasses break. So the glasses case is very important. It did come with a carabiner on the case. I think I'm going to bring it. I have probably use for it or whatever, but it's sort of extra weight that I probably technically don't need, but whatever. The carabiner's coming. When the glasses are inside the case, they will also be inside this eyeglass like lens pouch. It's one of these microfiber materials, great for cleaning lenses. It will also protect my glasses. Moving on to the more like wind and rain jacket. So I got the Frogs Togs. This is the ultra light rain suit. This was a real surprise for me. Like, I like this thing. This was super cheap. It's super light. I will say I'm just bringing the jacket. I'm not bringing the pants. I'm a little bit worried about the durability of the jacket. This thing is going to be stuffed like at the bottom of my pack. I think that this is going to be one of the items that I wear the least. I might need it for wind. I don't expect to have to use it for rain too much, but I'm a little concerned with the durability. But for the pants, what I'm going to wear, these are called Body Wrappers Dance Pants. I ordered the extra large. I took a chance on this. I did not think that they would fit. I am astonished. I love these things, like totally surprised me. They're ladies' pants, like they're rugged, so they're ripstop. They're lightweight, very comfortable. These will block the wind, and they provide a lot of warmth and I think some protection in the rain. They're not going to keep me dry, but you know, it'll be like if it's raining out, I'm not super concerned about my lower body getting wet, whatever. These I think were a big upgrade over the Frog Togs pants. Okay, so another item that I really liked is this Enlightened Equipment Torrid jacket. So this is my puffy. I love this thing. It is so cozy. I did not want a down puffy. I really wanted synthetic just in case it's wet. I need something that I can wear if I'm caught in the rain, that I can really keep that will work, you know, in wet conditions and still keep me warm. I opted for the 10 denier, not the 7. It's the green. I guess the green version is a slightly heavier one than I think I can't even remember. They have another colorway that's a slightly lighter weight, more delicate fabric. The next thing is the base layer top. This is another, okay, so I have never used this fabric. This is called Alpha Direct. This is the 90 version. This is like the mid-weight version of this fabric. I am wearing this item right now. I am obsessed with this thing. This is Senchi Designs. It's a cottage brand company. It's a half zip hoodie. It has a, it's a half zip hoodie. It's got the scuba hood. This thing is cozy. I am obsessed with it. It's literally, I think, one of my favorite pieces. I've never felt it before. I've never felt this material before. So the idea is that it's extremely lightweight. It's an active layer, meaning that I can wear this and I can be at a full burn furnace sweating type of person. And then, but also this will, you know, it's fuzzy and it will help me keep a lot of warmth. So the warmth to weight ratio for this feels really, really impressive. And let's just say in terms of the comfort, like I love it. Next item are these gloves. Something I'm worried about. These are items I own. These are like my running gloves. I usually use these when it's cold out, so I'm a little worried these are going to be too warm for the desert, where I probably will want to wear gloves just to protect my hands from the sun. They work with touch devices. I already own them. They're lightweight enough that like I go running in them. I ran, you know, all winter in them, whatever. The base layer bottoms I have, these are synthetic from REI. I actually wanted the Merino version. REI was out of stock, so I just bought the synthetic. They'll be a little stinkier. I went with the white because the you know, I just felt like for sun protection, if I was going to wear these to protect my legs from the sun, which I may do, I just wanted something that wouldn't, like, I would normally have gotten black in these, but I went for the white. Again, I'm going to keep a pair of this underwear and the socks. These are the versions that are going to live in my pack. And then one of the luxury items that I am bringing are a pair of knit socks. And these are sentimental for me. They're a gift from a friend. They're hand knit. They're super cozy, and these will be what I come and put on. This is going to be in like my sleeping kind of kit. This is what I'll sleep in. Also, these base layer, that's going to be a sleep, and this will be something I sleep in as well. Okay, moving on to the kitchen. Now, I don't want to say I'm a chef because I'm definitely not a chef, but I like to cook and I like to eat. And one of the things I'm going to miss the most being on trail is cooking good food. I like to cook. I like to bake. But I will say I am excited to use the kit. This stove, the BRS 3000T Ultralight, I am amazed at how small this thing is. I'm accustomed to using a Jetboil, which is like a big kind of all-in-one thing. And this thing is just tiny. This pot right here, it goes... It'll sit right on top. This is the titanium TOAKS. It's a 750 milliliter lid. It comes with a lid, and it fits this fuel canister right inside. So the fuel canister, the stove, and two other items fit all inside of this pot. I am bringing the orange cozy right now. It comes with this like little, I don't know if you call it like a stuff sack or a cozy, but it comes with this. I'm bringing it. I might ditch it. It's, you know, but the thought is here, it's not really for containment purposes, more to like protect my hands. Like if this thing is filled with kind of boiling water, I can put the orange cozy on and, you know, drink whatever. eat my food directly out of it. So yeah, I'm bringing, this is like my, the fuel canister again fits right inside. This is the 110 version. I have the TOAKS long handle spoon. It has a polished spoon bowl. Very nice. This thing is, nice and lightweight. Getting into my water system, I'm actually pretty excited for my water system. I've never used a squeeze filter before. I've done pump filters, I've done iodine tablets, I've done all kinds of things, mostly just like pumping. And I'm really looking forward to this squeeze filter. So I have a 3-liter water bladder. This is the CNOC. It has a 28 millimeter thread. I got it in orange, so like I'm not gonna lose it. It connects to this Sawyer squeeze, and then so the CNOC will be my dirty water. I have a water coupler, which I had to purchase extra, and frankly I think is like a must-have. At least I think, like for me, I think a must-have. And I'll connect it to this water bottle. I'm gonna be able to hang this 3-liter bag just using a carabiner, and gravity will kind of do the work on filtering the water. In terms of the food bag, like this is the Zpacks. This is their ultralight food bag. It's the large. It's nice. It's made of DCF. It feels actually pretty rugged. The material on this feels more rugged than my tent. And this also comes with a carabiner. I've got a Bic mini lighter, and this is like the last part of my kitchen, is pretty cool. This is called like Rule Line fuel transfer device. I got this off Amazon. So the idea here is that if you find discarded fuel canisters in hiker boxes, I'm going to be able to siphon the fuel out of those old canisters and into my canister. It's more efficient. I think it'll help save some cash. I think that once your fuel canister gets low, I think that people would rather go into the backcountry with a full canister, and if they have one that might have 20% fuel left, they'll ditch it. Well, you can take that 20% and like actually extract it into your new one. So I'll see. I've never used anything like that, but I'm hopeful it'll save me a little cash and maybe a little time, and maybe help purchase less stuff for the environment. Okay, so moving on to tech. Look, I made a whole video about my tech and what I'm going to use. I'm a tech guy. I'm leaning into tech. As I started this video, tech is kind of my luxury item, like one of my luxuries. And so we're going to start, like the core of everything is the iPhone 15 Pro. It's not the Max. This is just what I use. The battery's okay. It doesn't seem great. I am like slightly worried about the battery. I'm pairing it with this Pelican Ranger iPhone case. This is kind of like a standard case. It's just plastic. The thing about this case specifically is that it works with my tripod, and I'll show you my tripod a little bit later. Onto like the wireless headphones. So I am bringing headphones. I know a lot of people just want to listen to the birds chirp or whatever for 5 months straight. But for me, I will be listening to tunes. I'll be listening to podcasts. I'm going to even like stream some video. I also will be creating content along the way, and these can be used as kind of like a wireless mic. They're wireless, which I think is important. I do not want wires like getting caught in everything in branches. And the important thing about these are the Apple AirPods 4. These are the ones that do not have noise cancellation, active noise cancellation. These are a little bit harder to find, but they're lighter weight, smaller case, they're cheaper, and they're more battery efficient. So you basically have the same, the same hours of playtime in a smaller like battery package. So the next is my charging brick. So this is the Anker Nano 47 watt. This has this can fast charge devices. I think the iPhone supports like 30 watts. So this can like basically charge. This will like fully charge my iPhone basically as fast as it can. It can charge 2 devices simultaneously, one at 27 watts, the other at 20 watts. The prongs fold down, so it kind of folds into like its own little self-contained brick. And it's a little large, but it's really feature rich. And the whole idea is that you really want to make sure that you are fast charge enabled, right? You want to be able to, if I'm going to rely on this thing, like I'm going to want to, you know, if I'm going to have to charge items in town, I want to be able to do fast charge as fast as possible. So the next item, the item that I'm going to be charging is this power bank. This is the Nitecore MB10000. This is the Gen 3 version. This thing is amazing. It's tiny. It's like carbon fiber. I don't know if it's just like plastic that looks like carbon fiber or what, but it's very thin. 5 and 5.3 ounces. This one has 2 USB-C ports, so it can fast charge 2 devices simultaneously. It supports charge pass-through, meaning that you can be charging this thing at the same time while this thing is charging like your phone. And I'm going to connect this bad boy to the next item on my list, which is the solar panel. Now, if there's a single most controversial item in my entire lighter pack, it is this. I'm testing it out. I made a whole video about this and, you know, how I prepared it, how I rigged it, essentially. I'm hoping, like, what I'm hoping for is that this thing can charge my power bank from like somewhere between like 0 to 40% every day. This will obviously be highly variable. I think it could be finicky. It attaches to the top of my pack. It has to be removed every single time that I open my pack. But look, I am super excited to test this out. I can't wait, and I will be talking a lot more about this. The next 3 items on the list are actually items, the epoxy, the shock cord, and the cord lock are items that I use to secure and ruggedize this solar panel. And again, if you want to watch that video, there's a link in the description. So in terms of the cords, I went with Anker for all my cordage. I have 2 USB-C cables. They're 1 foot long. They're braided. This picture actually shows black. I purchased the white one. They're like white or silver. I don't want to lose them. And they're braided. The next item, this is the longest cord in my pack. It's a 3-foot cord. Again, this is Anker. This is a braided cable. And the idea here is this is the cable that's going to connect the solar panel with the power bank. My watch adapter, this is like, so my watch, one of the things is that it uses kind of a wonky proprietary charging port, and it has this little like 3-pin design or whatever. I did not want to bring an entire other cable for my watch, so I purchased this adapter. You can get them on Amazon. This thing, like, it's blue, so I'm hoping it doesn't get lost, but like this is a tiny item, might break, like might get lost. I hope not, we'll see. The next item is this remote shutter. This is like an Atiumec. It's a Bluetooth rechargeable remote shutter. So this thing is tiny. I got it in white so it doesn't get lost. Like, you can use this to take pictures. So the way it works, it connects to your phone via Bluetooth, and then once you set up my iPhone in the little like mini tripod, which I'll show you in a bit, clicking the button will trigger your iPhone's camera. So you can take a photo, you can take videos, and so forth. Okay, so moving into accessories. This thing is awesome. The headlamp, it's the Nitecore NU25. This is the 400 in the ultralight version. The ultralight version just means it has these like this kind of yellow shock cord instead of like an elastic band that goes around your head. The shock cord, by the way, works fine with me. I really like it a lot. It's very comfortable. But I got this thing in yellow, so again, so I don't misplace it. It seems very bright. I've used a lot of headlamps. This is a nice one. It has a USB-C charge port, so it like works with all the cabling. It has multiple settings. This thing has a red light for nighttime. Moving on. So I wanted a pillow. There was no way I was going to the backcountry without a pillow. My pillow is this is a Zpacks pillow. So this is like, it converts into a dry bag during the day. So like, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to keep in here, but right now what I'm keeping in here is like my clothes. And so during the day, clothes stay dry, zipped in like a full dry bag. And then at night, when I put my sleeping clothes on, when I'm at camp, I can fold this thing around and it turns into a pillow. It's really comfortable. Like, I'll say like the fuzzy, cozy side is pretty nice. I got the medium pillow, and like, it's a good size for me. I also purchased separately an attachment cord, which is basically like a tiny piece of cord lock that, like, frankly, I could have purchased on my own, but whatever, or I could have made on my own, but it was very inexpensive, so whatever. But the attachment cord will keep it attached and mounted in place to my sleeping pad. Okay, so for my trowel, I got this, I actually picked this up on Amazon. This is the Bulger ultralight trowel. I've seen a lot of people talking about this trowel online. It's very lightweight. I got it with the orange. It has like an orange plastic handle. And again, orange so I don't lose it. Same idea with my tool. This is the Victorinox. This is the classic SD. This is basically like the smallest Swiss Army knife that they make. And, you know, it has a tiny blade, it has scissors, it has a nail file, a mini screwdriver, it has a toothpick, and it has tweezers. And so, like, this is going to get a lot of, like, double, triple duty. I think I'm, you know, it's my only tool. I'm definitely not bringing a multi-tool. It's very small. And again, I bought this thing in yellow so that, like, if it flops anywhere or whatever, like, it won't get lost. The next item, this sit pad. So I bought this. I'm going to keep this on the outside of my pack. This I purchased from Zpacks. It's just their foam sit pad. It's a little smaller than I thought it would be and a little like thinner than I thought it will be. But the idea here is that I wanted something that I can use to basically keep my butt and my pack clean and dry. So if I stop for a break and I want to put my pack down on the ground and it's dusty and dirty and I don't want to get, or if I want to sit down, like, it gives that little bit of protection where something won't get muddy, dirty, ripped, whatever. It weighs 1 ounce. I'm not sure if this is going to be something that joins me on the full hike or what. Okay, so moving on to stakes. These stakes, I have 8 stakes total. Basically, 4 of the large ones, they're like the 8-inch ones. 4 of the small ones, 6-inch. These are ultralight stakes. These came with my tent, and so they're coming with. I think that the thing that's notable is that I'm bringing the stuff sack for the stakes. It weighs like 0.07 ounces, so I feel like it's not that much of an extra lift. And I really am kind of, I don't want to say nervous, but like, I don't want pokey, sharp stakes ripping anything in my pack, and I don't want dirty, gross, muddy, filthy stakes getting all my stuff dirty in the pack. So the stuff sack is coming with. This is a cheap bug net. Like, you know, this is like, you gotta have something to protect from the bugs. If I have been in situations in the past that have been like obscene amounts of mosquitoes, so we're doing the bug net, and it's coming with the whole way. I did want a towel. This is like teeny weeny. It's a 12 by 12. It's called a light load towel. You can buy them. I've seen them at REI. I've seen them on Amazon. I got a 2-pack. I'm just bringing 1. But this is like a highly absorbent, reusable towel you can use to dry yourself off. You can use to help clean your kitchen items, things like that. The next item is actually pretty cool. This is a tripod. This is a really cool little gizmo. It looks like a credit card. It's a very small item. It folds out like an origami sort of piece, and it will hold your phone. It won't secure my phone to like a tree. It's not that sophisticated, but it's something where if I find a flat, stable piece of land, I can set my phone down and either in landscape or horizontal, and I can take photos and videos. I can even rest and just watch my phone, whatever. The next thing is the pack liner. So I got this from Garage Grown Gear. This is a Nylofoam pack liner. This thing is like perfect. It was exactly what I was looking for. In the past, I've always used like, I guess, rain liners on the outside of my pack. So this is like the first time that I'm ever using a pack liner on the inside. It was actually a perfect size. Like, I didn't have to cut it or trim it or do anything to it, like, at all. It just fit like right out of the box. In my Toiletries First Aid kit, you know, I'm bringing the mini toothpaste. You know, not too much to talk about there. I bought this toothbrush. This is like one of these travel toothbrushes. I bought this off of Amazon. Right now, like, I could easily ditch, like it comes in this like plastic enclosure. I'm gonna start with it. Like that could go away. Not too worried about my toothbrush getting like dirty or whatever, but I guess we'll see. I'm bringing some lip balm. I purchased this travel brush. I am like growing my hair out, and like knots in my hair and all that stuff is definitely a thing that I'm dealing with. I'm not good with hair care, but I will bring a brush. What I did with this was, so I ordered a 2-pack off of Amazon. It's the only way that they're sold. I actually popped this little part out. I popped just the rubber part, so I just have like a little mini thing that I can run through my hair. Freezer bags, I've always used these. Like freezer bags are just like, I have the 1 gallon of them. Right now there are 7 of them total in my pack. In my pack, I have, one of them is my toiletries kit. One of them is, it's going to be my poo kit. I have an electronics one. So I'm kind of using them to separate a lot of the things in my pack right now. I think they're great. In terms of sunscreen, so I'm starting with stick sunscreen. What I'm hoping to do is to try to use my clothes as the sunscreen, right? So I'm trying to really just cover up as opposed to applying sunscreen. But as a sort of light-skinned person, my skin does take a tan, but I'm really kind of worried about my legs. I'm worried about my nose. I'm worried about my hands. I am wearing shorts. So I bought some stick sunscreen. It kind of rubs on like deodorant. I'm also bringing anti-chafe, and this is something, I think the anti-chafe is, especially for the beginning, I think will be important for me. I chafed up. I was doing marathon training. I was constantly chafed. It's the type of thing you just don't want to get. So throwing some anti-chafe between my thighs, etc., is going to be something I do. The soap I'm bringing is this Dr. Bronner's. It's the 2-ounce travel size. It's the peppermint one. A little drop will do ya. It's like, it's a little like hotel size. It smells good. You can kind of use it for everything. It'll clean, it'll clean my skin. It'll clean my hands. It'll clean my hair, face. It'll clean my kitchen stuff, everything. Now, for my toilet situation, okay, I'm going, this is another, let's call it a luxury here, and this is a place where I have, some anxiety, and you can see it reflected in terms of my pack as I'm bringing 3 items. I'm bringing this bidet, which is called the Kilo Clean bidet, and, I purchased this on Amazon. I'm also bringing wet wipes, and I'm also bringing toilet paper. Now, that's overkill, right? Most people probably need 1, maybe 2 of these things. I think that people would bring even just 1 of these things, but the wet wipes especially are pretty heavy. But I don't know. I'm gonna see how it goes. All 3 are coming with me. I would highly doubt that all 3 will be with me on my entire hike. I am even categorizing, just moving down certain things like the first aid kit bag. I have like a little random Ziploc. So I mentioned before that blisters are like, I think something that I'm very worried about. So I'm bringing Leukotape. I purchased a whole roll. I actually just I'm only bringing about 2.4 ounces of the whole roll. I think the whole roll was like 6 or 7 ounces. So I'm just bringing a portion of it, but I'm bringing enough. And the idea is that it's going to work with the 2 items below, the Neosporin and the gauze. And so the Neosporin can go on any cut, bruise, abrasion, burn, something like that. Then you put the gauze pad over top, and then you put the Leukotape over top. And so it's like making a Band-Aid. I've done it in the past, especially on my feet. I can deal with hot spots, etc. with that. I am bringing a pill case, so I don't know why. I placed an order like with Amazon, and they sent this pill case as an extra. It's just like a tiny little piece of plastic. It's probably unnecessary, but right now I'm bringing like 40 Advil tablets. I'm going to be, I believe, a sore boy, and you better believe that this sore boy is going to be taking some Advil on the trail. And then so I do have a wallet. I'm going to be bringing, I have a Ziploc bag. This is not a freezer bag. It's like a snack bag. It's sort of like a half size. And You know, you have to have your PCT thru-hike permit, so I got that. You have to have your campfire permit. I don't know, people say like that's probably less important than the PCT thru-hike permit, but whatever. I will be bringing my ID, my driver's license, and I'm going to be bringing 2 credit cards with me. I will probably also have some cash, which is not reflected on this list, but I don't know how much I'll bring, but some. I do also have a repair kit, so we're doing a, you know, again, just like, this is just kind of a mini Ziploc. I have this stuff in there. I'm bringing some DCF repair tape. My tent is DCF. I have some DCF stuffed sacks. I'm bringing some cord locks. I'm bringing some line locks, these adjusters. I'm bringing some guy line. This is like Dyneema. This is like the reflective guy line, and I think I'll probably, you know, be able to rig up my tent or do like bear hangs or, you know, just sort of repair sort of items. I also have some shock cord. This is like the remaining shock cord from the bundle that I purchased from Zpacks to attach my solar panel to my pack. I'm bringing a patch kit for my sleeping pad. If that thing pops, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need my sleep. I'm not good like sleeping on the ground. I need a pack, and just like in, you know, alcohol pads. So yeah, I guess that is it. That is every single item in my pack. Okay, so many of the items that I'm taking with me in the Pacific Crest Trail are new to me, and I just wanted to go through the 5 favorite items, or at least the items that I think that I will like the best, or the items that kind of surprised me the most. Number 1, and these are stack ranked in order. Number 1 favorite thing that I got is this Feathered Friends 20 degree ultralight sleeping bag quilt. This thing is amazing. It feels so soft and luxurious. The material, I love how it feels. I love the color. It seems functional. So yeah, I just like, I can't even wait to use it. It feels like cozier than even sleeping in my bed at home. The number 2 item that really is my favorite is, actually I'm wearing it. It's the Senchi Designs Alpha Direct 90 zip hoodie. I got this thing in indigo blue. It is cozy AF. I am obsessed with it. I wear it all the time, just like walking around my apartment, hanging out, and so forth. The number 3 item that really surprised me, my favorite pre-trail item, are these Body Wrappers dance pants. These are like ladies' dance pants. I took a shot on these. I didn't think they would fit. People recommended them to me. I am really impressed, especially at the price point. Like, these things feel somewhat indestructible. They add some heat. They feel like they're somewhat, you know, waterproof, or at least they'll be protective against wind and rain. I think they're a pretty cool color. I got the ones in teal, but the number 4 thing that my number 4 favorite item, pre-trail item, is this BRS 3000T ultralight burner that I got. I've used, you know, a lot of different like kitchen solutions in the past, probably mostly jet boils, which are a fairly large item. I'm blown away by how small and light this BRS burner is. It's cheap as well. I am, you know, I guess we'll see if this thing holds up, but I feel like it will, like, because it packs so small right inside of my pot. And the 5th thing that is my pre-trail favorite is this Mountain Hardwear Crater Lake Sun hoodie. This thing is cozy. I guess, like, it's kind of funny. I think cozy seems to speak to like a lot of my favorite items, but this is such a soft material. It feels so good on my skin. It's lightweight. It feels nice. I kind of dig the pattern. It's like this digital camo situation. Yeah, highly recommended. It has the thumb holes, so and a scuba hoodie. So really liked it. And now on to the 5 things that I purchased that I'm a little worried about, that I'm not sure if they're going to stick with me. So the first one, the biggest one, are my trail runners. I have like sharp heels. I have like, I don't know, bone spur is the wrong word, but like my heel basically eats through all my shoes in the past. I'm prone to blisters. The Ultra Lone Peak gets great reviews, which the shoe I'm purchased. But I've never done a no-drop shoe before. The heel might be a problem for me. I have fairly neutral feet, which means that I don't pronate under or over. Fairly, decent arches. Nothing really too crazy about my feet, so I'm hopeful. But I am a little worried. I don't like them in black. I wish that they were some other color. But we will see. And I guess the reason why this is number one for me is because that if these are a problem for me, like, it's going to be a big problem because it's my feet, and that's what's going to be pounding the trail every single day. The second thing that I'm worried about, the items, is the bathroom situation. So of the things that I'm bringing in my pack, I have toilet paper, bidet, and wet wipes. It's a pretty heavy 3 items, probably not necessarily. I am sure, or I would assume, that one of those, if not possibly 2 of those items, might not make it past maybe the first 100 miles of my pack. We will see. Number 3 is the stuff sack situation. So I've got quite a few stuff sacks. I'm leaving a bunch at home. I'm not bringing a stuff sack for the sleeping bag. I'm not bringing the inflatable air pad. Comes with a stuff sack, like an air bag that I'm not bringing, a pump bag. But I have quite a few stuff sacks. I have my tent stuff sack. I have the stuff sack for my air mattress. I have the stuff sack for my tent. I have the stuff sack for my TOAKS pot. I have the stuff sack for my BRS burner. So, like, there's a lot of stuff sacks. I'm assuming that not all of them are going to make it through. I'm starting with everything. It'll be nice or potentially easy way to lose a little bit of weight in the pack. The fourth thing that I'm a little worried about are the gaiters. I think that they're going to work for me. They fit. They're a little loose. As I said, I ordered the XL. I have a size 12 foot, so fairly large, and I'm like 6'2", so I think I'm kind of big. But the gaiters, they seem maybe they're a little fussy. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm bringing them to start. I'm not sure if I'm going to really want them, need them. I think that at least through the first half of the trail, at least through the desert, I'm going to wear them. We will see. I'm not sure if they're going to stay with. And then the fifth thing that I'm worried about are my gloves. They're running gloves, so they're kind of lightweight, but they're probably a little too heavy to be sun gloves. I don't know. I think they're pretty windproof, which is probably nice, but they're black, which is going to, capture a lot of sweat. They're long-fingered gloves. I don't know. I'm a little concerned about the glove situation. And I'm going to end this video with one bonus item, which is the thing that not only is literally probably the favorite, or the thing that at least I'm most excited about in my pack, and also the thing that I'm the most worried about or the least certain about, is this Luxottica 10-watt solar panel. As you know, I've made an entirely separate video, which I've linked in the description, about how I rigged this solar panel to my pack, how I intend to use technology. Tech is my luxury item, but I just don't know. I don't know if this thing is gonna. I don't know if this thing's gonna hold up. It demands a lot of. I did some rough math to figure out how much battery I needed, how much battery I think I could generate. It's suggestive that my plan will work, but there's a lot of variables at play, right? Shadows, weather, the exact charging time per day makes a big difference in terms of, what might work on a spreadsheet in real life might just not pan out. So, all right, look, that wraps up my full breakdown of all my gear in my lighter pack. I've included all the links to everything in my lighter pack. So if you click that little link item in the lighter pack, You can check out all those items and purchase them if you're interested. Some of those are affiliate links of Amazon, which means if you use them, it really helps support the channel at no extra cost to you. Really appreciate this. And if you did find this video helpful, please like and subscribe to follow along. I'm going to be documenting every single day my journey on the Pacific Crest Trail. I'm going to be posting daily shorts to TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.